Hi, I'm Zach, this is my wife Caitlin, and our friend Crystal. Our past adventures together and desire to spend more time living in the moment inspired us to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Despite having 2 young kids and being novice sailors, we said goodbye to corporate America, sold just about everything, and moved on to a sailboat. Like and subscribe to follow along with us as we discover whether or not we are crazy to sail with our young family in a foreign country on a tiny boat. After getting a bunch of work done on the boat and being resupplied with provisions, it was time to head out for another sail and put it all to the test. We had a great weather forecast that day, and we left the dock smoothly. We were headed to Coletta, Lobos, a nearby anchorage about 10 nautical miles north of Lobos. It promised good protection from the swell and forecasted overnight winds, which would be a welcome improvement to our first night at anchor. Once we left the channel, we raised the sails and had a really nice upwind journey. One of the best parts of this adventure so far has been sharing these experiences with our kids. They have a certain sort of wonder about the world, and it brings us so much joy to see them so excited. We arrived and set anchor without any issue. Next up, lower the dinghy, and finally get to the beach. After we got back from the beach, the kids went down for bedtime, and Kate went for an epic sunset paddleboard ride. Hey Atlas, what are we doing?
Paddleboard.
That's right.
You show them all the awesome stuff I saw last night, but didn't have a camera to get any footage of.
Fly a drone. Fly a drone, please.
I will later, when we get back. Well, Atlas, what did you think of all of that? Yeah, you liked seeing that? What did you like more, seeing the crabs or the birds or the fishes? Yeah, you like the crabs?
Before we left, you was saying, I like little crabs.
Yeah, that was really cool. Thanks for paddling.
Yeah, thanks for giving me a workout.
You say thanks, Mama?
Thanks, Mama.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. As promised, I finally flew my drone a little bit later, but it didn't go exactly as planned. Get a load of this guy. He must have been the alpha bird on the island. He flew all the way over from the rookery to attack my drone. He was going hard. I thought I was going to lose it and had to do an emergency landing. Fortunately, the drone got back safely. But that didn't stop Atlas from teasing me about my drone losing to a bird for the rest of the day. Later that day, we weighed anchor and set out back to Lobos, where we still had a long to-do list waiting for us. Well, sort of. The anchor got twisted up backwards and it took a minute to sort out. Oh, and Istria pooped all over her bed right as we started motoring out of the anchorage. Even so, we had a great sail back to Lobos.
Our excitement for sailing was rekindled after an amazing trip, and it put a fire under our butts to get things ready for next time. While Zach chased down an air leak in the freshwater system, us girls gave the deck a good scrub down, with Atlas's help, of course. You get it all clean? Good.
Okay, so didn't find anything obvious at the manifolds. Next step, look here, follow the lines in the lazarette. Maybe we'll find something obvious. Here's hoping. I'm too tall for this. This could be described as cozy. Meanwhile, I was contorting myself doing some boat yoga, trying to figure out where this air leak was coming from. I worked my way from stern to bow, following every hose and checking every water tank along the way. With 4 water tanks and a number of faucets and showers, there was a lot to chase down. So I've tightened just about every hose clamp that I can find. I've looked at all the lines moving forward from the water pump. Good news is I'm learning a lot about how my plumbing is done in this boat that I wouldn't otherwise. Bad news is nothing has been conclusive so far. There's still air in the line and it seems like it's just keep being introduced. Pressure isn't, really being retained. The pump is still running. So even though I found some pretty loose hose clamps, nothing was wet, which would be an obvious indicator of there being some sort of leak there. The hoses, there's a few bent ones, but nothing broken. So inconclusive. Still got to keep figuring it out. All right, so I think I found a pretty good lead here. It is a little bit wet right under here, which I noticed because I saw a little bit of a water trail going right down there. So as this pump is running, somewhere underneath here, and it's either the gasket, which it looks like there's some wetness there, or something here on the outflow, which would make sense. So somewhere over here is my issue. So I think I've got that much isolated, which is good to be taken care of. Okay, you can tell that right here, there's some water seepage. Well, I've been doing some research to figure out what we can do about this water pump. It's inconclusive. I mean, obviously there's something leaking. I'm guessing it's the gasket. That's sounds like a typical failure point. I don't know if gaskets are available down here or what it would take to get it, so I'm going to start by just trying to tighten everything and hope that that does the trick. If not, it might require some further disassembly, and we'll see. So here goes nothing. Okay, so I've got this unmounted. Now to tighten everything up and see if that makes a difference. It didn't. It was time to pull the water pump. First step, depressurize the system. Water pressure off. Well, that came off without even so much as a drop, so that works. Next is disconnecting the cables. Once I pulled the pump, I could see that there were tiny cracks in the casing. I spread a thin layer of 5200 over the casing to seal the cracks, which stopped the water leak. Believe it or not, we do more than just work on the boat and sail. Here's a little sample of what life in Lobos has been like for us. Fitness is a priority for everyone on the crew. Oh, thank you. I'm tired. Lobos is an absolutely beautiful place with stunning sea views, lots of culture, cool art all around town. We really enjoy walking around and exploring. Atlas especially loves how beautiful the weather here is and how he gets to spend so much time outside. Lobos is an amazing place and it's hard not to get attached. That being said, our plan is to head north shortly and go deeper into the Sea of Cortez. Thanks for watching. We are blown away by the amount of positive reaction our videos have had. Sharing our journey with you guys is a lot of fun for us and we enjoy reading your comments. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to help us out. Since some of you have asked, we do have a Patreon set up. Check out the link in the description if you want to help support our adventure financially. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.